finessers and post-finessies. I just got a little show today. Jameis Winston's Winter Wonderland, if you will. I can't believe it. Look at this. It's unbelievable. I can't. What do you want me to say? Welcome, girls, boys, trans. If you identify as that, whatever, your body, your choice. Look at this. It's unbelievable. I'm leaving this sweatshop because I choose life. But yeah, I just want to go over a couple things with the landscape of sports nowadays. I would like to congratulate my colleague Matthew Galt on his 4th championship. Unbelievable. I mean, bravo, sir, for warmth, you warmth. Bravo, sir. You're a masterclass. This is what this is what fantasy's about. I wouldn't expect some of our colleagues to understand, but this is what we work for. This is why we do what we do, and I think the gold standard. We see it. We're witnessing history. We're witnessing a dynasty. Now, granted, was it spoon driven? Sure, but that's what fantasy is. Fantasy is. Let me tell 60% luck, 40% skill. When you get in the playoffs, probably 75% luck, 25% skill. If you're Calder, it's just 100% L, no matter what. But like I said, I just got a couple things I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna knock out one little thing for NBA. I want to go over college football, the travesty in which that landscape has become. And I really need these people to hurry up right here, because like we're going 4 miles an hour, and I would like to get home before this sticks. But whatever. Breaking news: Deshaun Diddy Watson tore his Achilles again. Holy cow! I mean, that dude, just say you messed up, forgive, repent, get out of the NFL. And tell them, hey, I robbed you blind, whatever. I apologize so much for stealing money. Here, you can have it all back. But, hold on, here's a Steelers fan. Oh, look at this Steelers fan right here. You see that? Wait, look at that. Look at that. Hold on, wait. Go Ravens! Wow, he's bad. Get out of the road. All right, boom. So let me just go over a few things. I've taken the time to compile a list of, like I said, go over some NFL things, college football, the landscape of that. But yeah, let's just knock it out real quick. So I'm gonna knock out some of the things about the Chiefs. I'm gonna knock out some Steelers, Lions. Look at the Vikings. Maybe touch on the Ravens. But a bunch of other things just to kind of knock it out real quick. This won't be a typical long show, trying to knock it out real quick. But, goodness gracious. The Chiefs they absolutely punished the Steelers. I mean, they dragged Santa's sack across the Pittsburgh fraudulence. It was quite embarrassing to watch on Christmas Day, mind you. I will say Travis Kelce this season he was a bit of a disappointment. I'm not sure if his last Pfizer shot had immunity from the end zone, but I think that's kind of where we are. But naturally, what will happen in the playoffs? We've seen this shake out. Refs, flag, end zone, shovel pass, touchdown. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. It's just absolutely vile, heinous work. But got Jameis Winston's Winter Wonderland out here. It's unbelievable, and it's literally sticking as we speak. So if these people would go. And then as far as Mike Tomlin, the Steelers are concerned, Mike Tomlin quite literally stops caring when they reach the 9-win season. He literally doesn't. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's like he gets that quota saying hey, we have a winning record, and he quite literally just stops. It's very, very weird. Because now I did call it this season that they had a very easy front half of the schedule, and then the second half they would fall off. That's exactly what happened. But to see how hard they fell off was kind of hard to watch. So I don't know. They're just not a very good football team. I mean, you got the high key, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're high key an impoverished third world franchise at this point. You know, just kind of hinging upon the past. I mean, watching Russell Wilson try to run a 2-minute offense is like watching Jabba the Hutt try to operate an elliptical. I mean, I got George Pickens with half of Columbia up his nose with CTE flare-ups. My man couldn't catch AIDS if he slept with Magic Johnson. It's just a very sick, twisted third world poverty country franchise. So I don't know. Moving on. Let's touch on God. The ineptitude of the Steelers, man. It's really hard to just ignore. Because they're just that bad. I mean, there's always more. I mean, on Christmas Day, I mean, the fact, the disrespect from the Kansas City Chiefs to walk into Pittsburgh, throw a Christmas party in their locker room after dog walking them for 48 minutes across the football field, or 60 minutes across the football field, however long a game is. Quite disrespectful, honestly. And as far as the Ravens go on Christmas Day, what they did to the Texans, I mean, it was just nasty work. I mean, the only Texan to perform that day was Beyonce. That it was a very disgusting, very disgusting performance by that organization that day. I mean, I think, was it 31-2? And the 2 shouldn't even have happened. I mean, basically a shutout. Their offense, they barely crossed midfield. I don't know. But anyway, the Lions. The Lions sent the Minnesota Fraudulents packing after exposing them as frauds. Call no Joy Taylor on exposing herself when trying to get a promotion at Fox News. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. Where is their weakness? They just don't have one. I mean, Dan Campbell treats fourth downs with about as much respect as Skip Bayless treats the Muslim community. He just doesn't care. He does not care. It's insane. It's funny, but it's insane. But yeah. So let's see what else. And then plus, I didn't know this, but apparently it's true. The Lions actually have pockets in their jerseys for their players to wear. The reason I know this is because their cornerback, Amik Robertson, had Justin Jefferson in his pocket all game. My man had him in shackles. I mean, he'd have been more free in Guantanamo Bay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my man, he had him on an island. And it was just very, very tough to watch. Very cordial. I mean, I really got Jameis Winston's Winter Wonderland on I-85. I got people who normally can't drive I-85 flying past me. It's like, are y'all crazy? Y'all can't do it when it's sunny. It's insane. Oh, and newness of windshield, all of you. Let's see what else we got here. Golly. Let's see. But yeah, I guess that's all I got for the NFL. You got the Queefs and then the Lions. Which, oh man, you talk about being a Lions fan. If that's the Super Bowl, stop playing. I will go buy a jersey. But that's our 1 seeds. Our 2 seed in the AFC is going to be Buffalo, and then we have Baltimore, then we have Houston, then we have the Chargers, then we have Pittsburgh, then we have Denver. Denver, man, I really hope they're able to beat Buffalo. That would be so cordial. But you have, let's see, in the NFC, you have the Lions, you have, and it kind of high-key should have been Minnesota, but, you know, they got dog walk. The NFL playoff seeding's a bit odd. But now in the 2 seed, I believe you have Philly, no? 3 would be the Bucks, maybe? Is it the Bucks? I want to say it's the Bucks. Yeah, I think 3's the Bucks, 4's the Rams, 5 is who we got here? They're literally going there. Oh, it's the Minnesota Fraudulents. And then you have the Commanders, then you have the Packers. The Packers and Eagles, that I honestly don't know if the Packers score, if I'm being honest with you. But kind of jump into college football, kind of where we are with that as the time of this recording. I just had Penn State get lobotomized by Notre Dame last night, thus securing the money line. And low key, I've said it for a long time. I don't really know, and Clay said it best. They've had the same quarterback for years, but Drew Aller, he's just not a good quarterback. He's just, my man enrolled himself into a blind academy before the game started. He the simple throws that you have to make as quarterbacks, like coach scheme driven positions to get the ball, tight ends, running back, backup tight end, blah blah blah. Receivers, you have to be a talented quarterback to throw it. Penn State's receivers had the same amount of yards as Jimmy Carter last night, and they didn't have a single caught ball. 0 catches, 0 yards. Now, I will say that tight end they got, if you see a white guy with a mullet, stop playing. It's going to be a problem. He might be a problem. I think it's like Tyler Warren or something like that. So he's actually should be a problem in the NFL, hopefully on my fantasy team. I'll rob Gary blind for him. But Penn State, crazy defense. They've got Bain, on the other side of the field. Abdul Carter, he'll look great in a Carolina Panther uniform. And then I got their running backs. Them jokers are 2 rabid dogs led by a CTE quarterback. My man, it's crazy. So I don't really understand that whole university. But overall, the playoffs are kind of getting dwindled down. Our 2 Make-A-Wish schools, Indiana and SMU, are already out. And then Boise State, I think you just kind of got shown why. Like, it's going to be hard for a group of 5 school to, do anything. They got absolutely sodomized, baptized even by Penn State, 31-14. The Ashton Gentees were held. They just loaded the box, and most of the G5 schools, they're going to be kind of one-dimensional. So you just kind of game plan for that. Like, a bad Penn State team is going to beat a good Boise State team 9 out of 10 times. So it's just the reality of the situation. But you got, let's see what else we got. Oh, good grief. Ohio State, them jokers beat the green out of Oregon, non-consensually, of course. Oregon had their quack unpacked by Jeremiah Smith in the first half. It was absolutely humiliating. I just had an Altima fly past me in the snow at like 80. I don't normally wish pain upon people, but anyway. Oregon high key is they're the college football version of Duke University basketball. They have a great regular season, and you just know they're not going to win the Super Bowl or the playoffs. No Ravens on having great regular seasons. As far as Ohio State, the only way I think they end up losing is if Michigan somehow makes the playoffs at this point. It's going to be tough for them to lose, but that's kind of where we are with college football and the NFL. The NBA, I just have to touch on one thing. The Cavaliers, I don't think they're really getting their flowers from anybody. Like, no one's saying, like, oh my goodness, look at the Cavaliers, they're doing so good. They're 32-4. Statistically, the best team since the 2016 Warriors, which, by the way, are hailed as like a top 3 team all time. 72-9. Right now, 32-4 is on pace for 64-8, and that would be on pace for 69-4. That's about 71-5, or 76-5, something like that. Like, are you kidding me? If they or 76-8, or 10. No, what is it? Wait to my math. 32, they're 32-4. So then let's go 64-8. And then, it's literally like 70-10 is what they're on pace for. 71-10, maybe. So, it's time to start giving those cats their flowers, because they've done nothing but ball against good teams. They just absolutely, torched the Thunder, and they were like 30-5, right? And then you got all these teams nowadays that are going small, right? And just so they can shoot the 3. I got the Hornets shooting like 40 3-pointers a game. It's insane. But why are the NBA ratings down? Bingo. That's why no one wants to see you jack 3s. Pause. And so so the Cavaliers, they took a non-conventional approach. They have Donnie Bravo, Donovan Mitchell, just a scorer, an absolute elite professional bucket getter. You have your traditional guard, Darius Garland, and then you have 2 7-footers in the paint. One's going to be your center, one's going to be your power forward. I guess, I don't know, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I mean, them two are the only twin towers that are left standing. You know what I'm saying? Because those cats, I mean, they are just rolling over people. You can't go in the paint. They'll pack you. Pause. I don't know. So if no one else is going to give the Cavaliers their flowers, I will. I'll do it. The Nuggets are a one-trick pony. If Jokic is out, we're quite literally statistically one of the worst teams of all time. If he's in, statistically, we are one of the greatest offensive teams of all time. But that's it. This was nothing. This was just a quick recap. Wanted to congratulate my esteemed colleague Galt on his 4th championship. I'll be getting that trophy to you never. And we would also, of course, like to we would like to welcome Calder and our other space cadets back from space, and we hope that their time there was enjoyable. I know some people are there more than others, but yeah, that's kind of all I got. I can't really do anything for you. I apologize, guy. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad our space cadets are back. Galt, congratulations. I will say that look at this. This truck has a Pittsburgh Steeler thing. Give me a break, dude. I will say that since I was able to stay in 3rd place, it didn't affect my average finishing position of 2nd. That's the only time I finished 2nd. But man, that in and of itself, that's a pretty strong thing. That's a pretty strong thing too. But Galt, right now, 4 rings. He's the standard for greatness and what fantasy football should be. And if you have questions, that's the guy to ask. Me and him, we'll rob you blind. We'll be honest, but overall, the standard is set. But until next season, guys, Trashbag outie. I appreciate you guys having me, watching the shows. Literally, if I don't see that you guys are watching them, I'm gonna stop doing them. But you guys, y'all continue to watch them. Galt, I believe Galt even likes every episode. Sometimes leaves a comment. So I appreciate that. Trashbag out, and we'll do it again next season. See y'all.